Let's go.
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.
Yo! Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Jeff Fox Show. What's up? What's up? A big victory Monday. On the Jeff Fox Show, let me welcome my esteemed co-host, Miss Jenny J. Jones.
What's up, Jotties?
What up? What up? What's going on, man? How was your first football Sunday of the year?
Oh my goodness. It was some great games. Some great games. My Miami Dolphins won, so I'm happy. My Atlanta Falcons wet the bed, but the Dolphins came through for me.
Yeah.
By the hair on, or by the skin of their teeth, they came by. They came out for us.
I mean, it didn't look good.
It did not.
Miami Dolphins win, and I mean, the day got off to a really interesting start yesterday, as we got news of the Tyreek Hill, like moments, before the game. Like,
I know, that's not crazy. That was big news all day yesterday. Why is it that Miami is always in the news, in the national news, for some nonsense?
Yeah.
Always.
I want to get, I'll be honest with you. I was celebrating yesterday with a lot of Dolphin fans. And we were getting scattered information. I was not at the stadium, but I got information. I was getting text messages from you as well.
I was blowing you up, Shouty. I was blowing you up
as to what was going on. But I mean, the bottom line is they got the victory yesterday on Jason Sanders' 52-yard game-winning field goal as time expired. And again, they got off to a really, really slow start, but before we talk about the game, we have to talk about the Tyreek Hill situation.
Yes, we do.
Like,
it brings back memories of George Floyd. I'm sorry, people.
Speak your thoughts, man. I want to hear it.
Innocent of George Floyd.
Wow.
I mean, that's where it took me. You got all these officers standing. 4 officers standing around him. First of all, it's broad daylight. 4 officers.
Yep, right there on 199, man. That's crazy.
It's a traffic stop. It's too many people that were around. So it was a simple traffic stop, and it was too much. Like I said, it brought back George Floyd memories. It was too much, for me to watch, and I can only imagine what it was like being Tyreek Hill and going through that. Because my first thought was like, did he not say, do you know who I am? Because that would have been the first thing that was in my thoughts is, do you not know who I am? And
well, I mean, athletes do that a lot when they get arrested. Like, do you know who I am? And people don't like when they do that. It's almost like a sense of entitlement. But
we know they get special treatment.
Yeah.
Know they do.
Yeah, but like you, Jenny Jones, I felt violent, like Tyreek was being violated.
Exactly.
Like Why was he taken to the floor? What was that about?
To the ground and knee in his back, and he's already in handcuffs.
I don't know, man. Uh, People are gonna have their thoughts and their opinions about it, but it took me to a very dark place. It really did, and
Exactly.
no pun intended. It made me feel like, wow, this only happens to us.
Why us?
Listen, I guarantee
Why us?
you, I almost guarantee you, if that was Dan Marino
My
or,
thoughts exactly.
Tom Brady or somebody driving to the stadium, would they get that treatment? And was Tyreek going like 80 miles an hour or something like that?
Because yeah,
No.
we're not going to say that, well, because we don't know all the facts, first of all, but we're not going to say that something triggered the stop in the first place. So something happened that triggered the stop.
So
But
a
everybody
traffic violation, but
that
does a traffic violation warrant you being slammed to the ground and knees in your back? And again, I'd like to see more information as well. But the initial thought is, you know, this only happens to us.
yeah, well, his legal team is considering legal action. And just this morning, Miami-Dade police are saying that they are not going to release the body cam footage until their internal investigation, is completed. Which may be the everyday protocol, their standard protocol, but it just it kind of stinks a little bit. Kind of stinks a little bit, because that's everybody just wants to see what happened. What could he have possibly done? Because we've seen all the social media videos.
Right.
And unless they had time to do a whole bunch of editing, which people they see something, they want to post something because everybody's trying to go viral. So it's bits and pieces, but I've not seen any separate videos that showed him doing something that warranted the treatment that he got. And even his teammate, Calais Campbell, came out and said, he was just there for support. He tried to calm the situation down. And, police
He
took
got
him
caught.
and he got handcuffed.
Yeah.
And Johnny Smith was there. They were just trying to offer support for their teammate. It's
Yeah.
game day.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it's game day. The police know it's game day. That's why they're there. That's why they're in that area. It's game day. And like I
Yeah.
said, you don't know who Tyreek Hill is?
Well, again, he's still a citizen. That's the point.
I
You know.
I know. I know. And let me be clear that I am not trying to say that celebrities are not guilty of wrongdoing or they can never get a ticket or whatever. But I'm just saying in the reality of life, we all know that they get special treatment.
Yeah.
Or even if they could have just give him a ticket. All right, Tyreek, you get go ahead and we know you got to get to the game. Here's a ticket, pay your fine, and everything's all good. But
I mean,
you know
I
what I'm
don't know. Yeah, yeah, Jenny, but I don't want us to appear as if we're trying to make an excuse for whatever wrongdoing Tyree did, because
Oh, I'm not.
I'm
That's
just
what I prefaced
saying
it
whatever.
with. I prefaced it with there was a reason he got stopped in the first place. We don't
Yeah,
know
instead of
exactly
some
the
sort of
exact
traffic
details.
violation.
All we hear is traffic violation. So we don't know the exact details on why he gets stopped. So he did something to preface the stop. But after the stop, it all went downhill from there.
Yeah, we've seen black people in America get killed, really, over broken taillights and
Yes.
stuff like that. So people need to understand that when you see this video of Tyreek being uh, rough handled by the Miami-Dade cops, it just kind of shakes you. Like you said, it took you to George Floyd.
But the
Maybe
thing
it
is,
wasn't that. I'm sure it was. It was again. It was one of those things that shakes you. It
well,
does.
it's also The law is about weights and measures. The punishment needs to fit the crime.
Yeah.
And
Let's
this
take a look at the video.
crime,
Some folks may have not seen this video, Jenny. Let's take a look at it.
yes,
What the fuck?
It's TYREEK Hill.
Dylan, no. I'm trying to get on video.
They put him in handcuffs. Oh, fuck.
No, that's actually TYREEK.
When I stepped up on the scene, oh shit, they got fucking Reek.
They arrested Reek.
Money busting out my jeans, I got you steam. Hook when the demon on guard.
They arrested
Looking like I
Reek.
still do
Oh,
fraud.
that's crazy.
Flying private
Oh, that's
jets,
fucking
looking
Calais
hard.
Campbell right there.
It's that Z shit, it's that Z shit.
Wow.
Pull up in the demon on guard. Looking like I still do fraud.
Yo,
Flying private jet.
bro.
What the fuck, man? Like,
wow.
that's a wild video, man. That's a raw, unedited video of Tyreek Hill being arrested. And I don't know, man. Rodney says there was no reason for them to have him on the pavement.
no reason. I mean,
wow.
maybe if you sit him on the curb because, okay, you're in the street. Maybe if you need to sit him on the curb, but face down in the pavement. It's hot in Miami.
It's yeah.
What the?
Yes.
Yes.
Like that. I don't know, man. Like what? And then you hear the way they were talking to him.
Yeah.
Like they know, like you said, Jenny, and it doesn't matter whether it's Tyreek Hill or it's Joe Blow. Treat somebody with decency.
With
like,
dignity. With dignity. Exactly.
With dignity. Like that's not called for. That's just doing too much.
It was absolutely too much. And his agent
amazing.
His agent spoke out on it too. And it's like I don't understand it. I am reserving total judgment, till we see the body cam video. But no matter what the body cam video says, unless he struck one of them or did something, I'm kind of leaning.
Oh, it's completely disrespectful.
It was over the top.
Yeah, I mean, I've been more disrespectful to cops. I mean, I've learned my lessons since. I remember when I bought my, I had a Toyota. What was that? An Eclipse? Who made the Eclipse?
I don't know.
Well, I
like the cars. I might know who made them when I'm, but
I remember I had a sports car before my kids were born, and I would get tailed by the cops every night, and it pissed me off. And I got pulled over, and I'm not bragging here because there's nothing to brag about. But I remember getting pulled over, and 2 or 3 cops coming over, and I'm like, "What the fuck did you pull me over for?" That's how I talked to them. Because I didn't know any better. I knew I had my license, my insurance. I had all my paperwork straight. So I talk shit, and not knowing that could lead to your death.
Yes.
When you do shit like that. You know what I mean?
So that's why parents have to have that talk with their kids, with their Black kids.
Yes.
About how to act and respond when police pull you over.
Yes,
sir. Yes, ma'am. Here's my paperwork. You feel really uncomfortable.
It's called the talk.
Simple question. What did I do, officer? But that's your right to at least ask, what did you do? What did I do wrong?
You can ask that question. And when the 2 or 3 of them are yelling at you at the same time, like, that's not cool.
It's not. I mean, and it makes you nervous.
Like, what are you supposed to do?
It makes you nervous.
Yeah. It's not cool at all. I've had that talk with my son. He's of age now. He's in the military. And this is what happens to you when you DWB.
Oh, driving while black.
Yeah. I mean, don't get mad at us for speculating here. It's just the way it is. And our friend from WSBN Channel 7, a friend of the show, Josh Moser, your colleague, and of course, he talked about it with Tyreek's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, prior to the game. Or was this prior to the game? Yeah, I believe so. Let's take a look.
So, Drew, crazy situation with Tyreek. He gets detained, cited for a speeding ticket. Can you sort this out for us?
Yeah, I got a call from Johnny Smith, our client and Tyreek's teammate, saying that Tyreek was being detained by the police and some handcuffs. We raced over there. Drew Brooks from the Dolphin Security was there. We settled the situation down. It's heartbreaking. Tyreek said to me afterwards, to the police officers, look, I love police. I want to be a police officer one day. But what happened here was so unnecessary. Thank God Tyreek's okay. He was distraught. He is going to play today. He's in the locker room right now. We'll see him out here shortly for warm-ups. I believe in him. We'll investigate this afterwards. We've been in discussions with the Dolphins. We got a ticket for a moving violation going into the state right there.
You got a ticket for a moving violation is what Drew Rosenhaus said right there. Tyreek Hill wants to be a police officer one day. He wants to work with these officers. He's trying to make the best of a really bad situation. He's got a very, very good attitude about this. He was distraught, as Drew said right there, but
I mean, anybody would be. Anybody would be. You're on your way to your job, and like I said, most people are not. Most people are average. The average citizen is not well known, but they know him, and like I said, he's not a stranger to trouble. We've known that there's been some stories that come out about Tyreek this, Tyreek that. So he's not a stranger to trouble, but like I said, the gravity of the situation, weights and balances, traffic violation, murder, traffic violation, murder. So justice, the punishment should fit the punishment should fit the crime.
Yeah, and I want to get after some of our colleagues in the media who are already speculating and calling Tyreek out for stuff that he did other than have a moving violation, and then talking crap about him and saying, well, he should have listened to the cops and all of that. Like, no, don't go there.
But is that not the go-to whenever a Black person gets in trouble or a situation like this occurs is, well, they should have listened to cops?
Yeah.
Okay, but if George Floyd would listen to the cops, then maybe he wouldn't be dead. So listening and death, I mean, that's not equivalent. Yes, there's, like I said, we have to talk with our kids so that they try to know how to act in the situations.
Yeah.
But this situation, I don't know how you prepare your kids for this type of situation. Like I said, you tell them to say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You tell them to try to listen to the instructions, follow the instructions. But
I really want to know what happened. I really want to know, what did he do? Did it warrant this type of reaction? Here's Tyreek post game.
Right now, I'm still trying to put it all together. So I'm not going to give you a version that I still don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to be able to use this platform to say, like, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, bro? Like, worst case scenario, because it's crazy. Like, I want to be a cop one day. I got a state trooper hat, all that, so I got a lot of respect for cops, man. But obviously, everybody has bad apples in every situation, so I want to be able to, use this platform, to figure out a way to, like, flip this and, make it a positive on both ends, on my end and then also Miami-Dade, so that way we can team together and, do something positive for the community, because that's what it's all about, bro. It wasn't disrespectful. you know, because my mom didn't raise me that way. Didn't cuss, didn't do none of that. So, like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm just glad that my teammates were there to like support me in that situation because I felt alone, you know. And when they showed up, it made me realize that we got a good team this year, dog. For them to like put their life on the line, you know what I'm saying? So it was amazing to see, man.
Wow.
Well, that was.
Wow. It was amazing to see. Powerful comments right there from Tyreek Hill.
Powerful comments and him wanting to do things with the community and him basically saying, I want to be in you guys' profession. You know, I aspire to be in you guys' profession. So that to me was moving as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Here's his teammate Javon Holland speaking in the locker room after the game.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was stretching and I seen on the TV, bro got arrested. And then I seen the clip, cop like kicked him or something like that. It was crazy. So that's got to get handled. You know what I'm saying? Excessive force on a black man, that's not uncommon. It's a very common thing in America, so I think that needs to be addressed at a country-wide level. So yeah, I don't think that shit is cool at all. But you know, it's not unnatural or not uncommon for cops to do that type of shit, especially the black man. So that needs to be addressed for sure.
You said it.
He said it. It's a trigger for every black person in America.
That's your reaction, Jenny Jones. That's my reaction.
It's a trigger.
Because we've seen it before. We worry about our kids. It takes me back to the. I mean, all of it, man. It's just not right. It's just not right.
But, you know, I was raised with definitely you talk to people how you would want to be talked to. You know, I try to be respectful, even like when the cleanup crew is around, you know, I try to say hi and, you know, most of them, they may speak Spanish and then, you know, I'll try to give them a little hola and speak in their, you know, in their native language and try to treat people like human beings is the motto. Is you remember this is a human being. And if you were in their shoes, how would you want to be treated? And speaking of ifs, you heard TYREEK said, maybe not in that clip right there, but I heard him say, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill?
What if he wasn't?
What would have happened? What if he wasn't Tyreek Hill? What would have happened?
It really bothers me. It does. It bothers me greatly. And when you hear Tyreek speak about the incident, and we'll get to sports in a minute, folks, but this takes precedent. And this is why I think it's important that we have black media. I think this is important for us to speak, for us to allow our people to speak, for us to get our perspective of what happens to black people in America, because certain people will put a spin on this situation. Well, he shouldn't listen to the cops. Well, don't do the crime. You won't do the time. Like, there's something fucked up completely when this thing happens to black people. The rapper Trick Daddy has a song. It's called America. And there's a certain part of that song that I won't repeat right here because I don't like using that word, the N word. But there's a certain part of that song where Trick Daddy says, it doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter who you are. You're still an N word. That's a powerful statement.
That's true.
That's deeply disturbing.
That's true.
And I think white America should be more vocal about bullshit situations like this, because Tyreek didn't kill anybody.
Exactly.
And I don't know if he was driving at breakneck speed trying to get to the stadium on 199th. That street is crowded, as you saw in the video.
Yes.
It's It's crowded.
It's
I don't
going.
even go that way when I'm going to the stadium. I try to take alternate routes to get there, but it takes a while. So I don't think Tyreek was doing 100. What did he do that warranted such treatment?
Yeah, in between the time he got out of the car and the time that they, put him on, put him face down on the pavement, what did he do? What could he have possibly said? Like I said, everybody's shooting a video, so if anybody had that $1 million shot, we would have seen it already. But we're right now where we are is we have to wait for the body cam video to, to see what transpired. And we're not getting that until they finish with their internal investigation.
Was the arresting officer not put on administrative leave? Is that what I heard?
Now, yes, they put out a statement and said that, yeah, he was put on administrative leave.
Wow.
One of the officers.
What really strikes me is both the statements from, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's take a look at the incident again, and then we'll hear from Javon Holland, the hero of yesterday's game, in my opinion, and Tyreek Hill. Let's take a look again. I want people to get the impact of this.
What the fuck?
It's TYREEK Hill.
Dylan, no. I'm trying to get on video.
They put him in handcuffs. Oh, fuck.
No, it's actually TYREEK.
When I stepped up on the scene, oh shit, they got fucking Reek. I was insulin. Baby girl, you just a fiend.
Oh, they arrested Reek.
Money busting out my jeans, I got you steam. Hood been a demon on guard.
They arrested
Looking like I
Reek.
still do
Oh,
fraud.
shit, that's crazy.
Going on before the game. Yeah, that was crazy. I was stretching and I seen on the TV, bro got arrested. And then I seen the clip, cop like kicked him or something like that. It was crazy. So that's got to get handled. You know what I'm saying? Excessive force on a black man, that's not uncommon. It's a very common thing in America, so I think that needs to be addressed at a country-wide level. So yeah, I don't think that shit is cool at all. But it's not unnatural or not uncommon for cops to do that type of shit, especially the black man. So that needs to be addressed for sure.
Disturbing, bro. Disturbing, and
Did
Tyrese.
you see the aggression that the one cop he was standing back there, and then all of a sudden something happened, and it was just like he snapped, and he aggressively went around to where Tyreek was, and I heard in the clip Holland said that he kicked him. I looked at the video several times. I didn't see a kick, but I
think he got knee. I didn't see it either.
I seen some motion. I seen Tyreek kind of, move a little bit, but it could have been, okay, he came over, he grabbed him, aggressively or whatever. But like I said, we have to wait for the body cam video to show all of that so that we can see and make righteous judgments.
Right. Good morning to Tommy Green. Good morning, Mocha Bella from the X Squad in the 305. She's, of course, a great friend of the show. She says, good morning, Jeff. And that situation with the cheetah was bad. Was a bad look for the Miami-Dade Police Department.
And that's exactly what the optics of the whole thing. If it was to come out, that maybe somehow, some way that they were justified, it's not a good look. And public perception is their reality. And that's what we've seen on the camera. We didn't see Tyreek do anything on the camera. We seen what the cops did. So, like I said, public perception.
And you said it, Jenny Jones. I didn't see Tyreek being loud and hey, man, do you know who the F I am? And yada, yada, yada. Like, he was just, I would ask the question, what you pull me over for? What did I do?
What you
And next you can get a black man shot when you ask the cops, "What did I do, officer?" And you can get shot.
But
Like
he
that's some
said in his
bullshit.
press conference that he said he didn't even name drop. You know, in the post game, he said he didn't name drop.
Here's what he said.
I'm still trying to put it all together. So I'm not gonna give you a version that I still don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to be able to use this platform to say, like, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill, bro? Like, worst case scenario, you know, because it's crazy. Like, I want to be a cop one day. I got a state trooper, had all that, you know, so I got a lot of respect for cops, man. But obviously, you know, everybody has bad apples in every situation, you know, so I want to be able to, you know, use this platform, you know, to figure out a way to, like, flip this and, you know, make it a positive on both ends, on my end and then also Miami-Dade, you know, so that way we can team together and, you know, do something positive for the community, because that's what it's all about, bro. It wasn't disrespectful, you know, because my mom didn't raise me that way, didn't cuss, didn't do none of that. So, like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm just glad that my teammates were there to, like, support me in that situation, because I felt alone, you know, and when they showed up, it made me realize that we got a good team this year, dog. For them to, like, put their life on the line. You know what I'm saying? So it was amazing to see, man.
This is a problem. This is a problem, man. Like, we shouldn't have to go through this. And at the outset of the beginning of the Black Lives Matter movement, it's shit like this that happens to people, not named Tyreek Hill or named Tyreek Hill. It's almost like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. And all we're asking is for is just
And I'm looking at the
treat us
treatment.
different. Just treat us the same that you would anybody else of any other color, any other race. Just same treatment, same human treatment.
This is not good.
And
And Uncle Bella,
with our dignity. Leave us with our dignity.
yeah, like did you hear the way they were talking to him? And
I
I didn't hear him coming back at them like that.
I
Like,
heard there was some kind of discourse, and I could be wrong. I might have heard a boy, you know, like, you this boy, you know, I might have heard that. I thought I heard that, but you know, the audio is, you know, you got people recording from their cars and stuff. So, and then you've got all the errant noises on the outside because they are outside. So, but I thought I heard a boy in there.
Tyree took that really well, man. He took that well. Like me, I'm calling Benjamin Crump on speed dial.
Oh my
Like,
goodness. You know, like how Black Twitter,
I'm going, what?
Black Twitter. Oh, I was running to Ben Crump's Twitter account to see what he was going to say, and then I started to send the video to him myself, but he finally got a hold of it, and then, you know, he posted it in, you know, in his usual Ben Crump way. This is how we treat our Black men. This is how they're treating our Black men, and you know, Blacks as a whole. And like I said, all we want is to be treated as human beings, treated with respect and dignity. Because the bad thing is too, you know, this is social media. That video is out there it's out there forever. You know, his kids are going to see it. He has to relive it, you know, and you've seen it was dominated. The press conference was dominated by this situation. So it was,
It was a great game, right? We haven't even discussed the game yet. It was a great game, but nobody wants to, at least
we came out with the W. They didn't start off great. They were a little slow, and it was like, okay, here we go again with the Dolphins. But so they didn't start off great. But what I did like was what I said in the beginning or all along is that great teams find a way to win, because that was a game they were expected to win, and then they fell behind early, you know, 14 points at the half. So
what I'm saying about the game, I get that. I don't really feel like talking about the game. I don't. That's just how I feel right now. I feel violated. I'm
Yes,
tired of seeing this. I'm sick and tired of seeing this. You understand what I'm saying?
exactly. We
Yeah.
all are. We all are.
I've seen it happen to too many people. Men, women, it doesn't matter. Somebody's brother, somebody's mother, somebody's father looked at as less than a human being. That is a problem. You remember the Trayvon Martin situation?
Yes. Yeah.
I worked at the time I was at WQAM.
And what was it? Zimmerman? Was that the
Yep.
guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Jeff?
when that verdict came down, I could not tell you the emptiness I felt in my stomach. Like it was like a punch in the gut. And I remember talking to my colleague, the great Mark Hockman, and I told Hawk, I said, you know what? The conversation you're gonna have with your son, Davy, now a South Florida, University of South Florida student, I do believe. I said, you know, the conversation you're gonna have with your son and the conversation I'm gonna have with my son are not the same.
It's not.
He's
Sad.
white, Jewish. My son is black and African American. We're telling them completely different things when they have encounters with the police. Never forgot that. Never forgot what that felt like. Never. So I know some people think we're overreacting this morning because we haven't brought up a great weekend of NFL football. And that's I also being didn't mean to be disrespectful to you if because we're co-hosts here. I have the most respect for you. But when it comes to stuff like this, sports is secondary
Yes.
because it must be addressed. Do you agree?
I definitely agree. Keeping it at the keeping the conversation at the forefront and making some people uncomfortable and keep making them uncomfortable until change can happen, because that's the only way change is going to happen. Is we have to keep talking about it. We have to keep pushing and asking for that respect.
Yeah.
Respect as a human being, not respect as a person, respect as a simple human being. That's what we want.
Yeah. No doubt. Mogabella says in the chat that those officers are working off duty at the Hard Rock and it's the first game. When they knew it was Tyreek, they should have just let him go. Maybe. Again, I don't have all the facts. And Mocha Bella, she knows the law. So
Well, but it's at their discretion if they want to just, write you a ticket, or pat you on the back and say, go on, just don't do it again. It's at their discretion.
I mean, I've had some great encounters with cops where I've been pulled over and they said, "Look, buddy, I'm going to give you a warning.
Yeah.
Slow down a little bit for me, all right?" And but I've also been disrespectful and I've gotten away with it. But I wouldn't do it again, and I wouldn't advise anybody to do what I did. And, as a matter of fact, I mentioned the situation earlier, and I had another encounter at a Publix with a lady officer, and I apologized to her for being disrespectful. I came back to the store and apologized to her because I thought about what my mother would have said to me. You know what I mean? Like, but anyone trying to make a career out of being disrespectful to officers when you're African American or you're black, you don't usually live to tell such tales.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And it's amazing that in 2024 that this type of thing can happen. And again,
Not
it
that
was
it can happen. that it continues to happen.
Yes, I stand corrected.
That it continues to happen.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Man, it's sharing the show here, watching. I know it's the day after the first weekend of NFL football. We're going to get to the Dolphins. We are talking about the incident yesterday involving Tyreek Hill of your Miami Dolphins and the impact on the psyche of black men in South Florida and black men everywhere. And not just black men, but
that support the black men
as well. Yeah.
It
makes me think Sandra Bland. It makes me think all of these things. The Sandra Bland situation shook me up. The guy in Minnesota that got shot up in his car because he told the cops he had a gun in his car. I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I can't think of the name off. Yeah, either. But it's too many. It's too many. We could go down the list. It's too many.
Yeah. It goes on and on and on and on.
Keeps happening.
Yeah. You can get shot taking a jog in the freaking neighborhood. Like I'm on Arbery, like just taking a jog. Like you could be running from a crime, according to some folks. It's a sickness, man. It's a sickness. It's a problem. Let's get to the good news, though. We're going to take a commercial break. Come back here on the Jeff Fox Show with Jenny Jones, my esteemed co-host. A bit emotional this morning, but we're going to get it together. Good morning, Tangela Sears. Good morning, Magic City Enterprises. Remember to share the link, and we will be back momentarily right here on the Jeff Fox Show. We got to talk about these Dolphins, and we got to talk about it because you know what it is, right, Jenny?
What?
Today is Victory Monday. Your Miami Dolphins.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Thank y'all for having R&R Cigars at your event, man. This is great. Looking forward to doing a lot of great things with you guys. We got a lot of great product out here. We got the R&R 5-packs. We got the R&R barber poles. We got the Connecticut Toros. We out here, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Any cigar lounge. We in 54 stores in South Florida, 24 stores in Georgia, 15 cities in 9 countries. Holla at your boy. Everybody that's anybody smokes R&R. Believe that. Listen, our website is rnrcigars.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, any social media platform. You can hit me directly. Y'all, if you ain't got my number, dial me, 954-549-3426. R&R Cigars is in the building, baby. This is what we do. This is what we love. And we in the man cave.
Yeah! Welcome back, Dolphin fans. We're deliriously happy at the end of the game yesterday, Jenny Jones. And there was one guy that is the real MVP. I know TYREEK caught an 80-yard bomb. There's one guy that stood out. Do you know who that is? He changed the whole game. He made a play that if I had a vote for an All-Pro, he would be my All-Pro based off of just that one play.
Was a chain? Is that how you say his name? Devon?
No, not him.
Because I had my list. And I know he was on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at your notes right now, and his name is on the list.
Well, Jason Sanders was the kicker. He got the 52-yard field goal that sealed it.
Yeah, he did that.
Let's see. Give me a second.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm talking about Javon Holland. The Miami Dolphins safety. He saved the day. He saved the game. I don't have the clip.
Yeah. I'm trying to go back to the notes. It was so much. It was such a good weekend, though.
Oh man,
a whole bunch of good games. So yeah,
I said, oh man, the headlines tomorrow: the Dolphins are going to lose. People are going to go crazy. They just paid all these guys, and then they come up here and they stink up the place. Yes, Rodney Theoc, Javon Holland is the hero for your Miami Dolphins. He punched the ball out as the Jags were leading 17-7 going into the end zone. It looked like a sure touchdown run. I do believe it was Etienne for the Jags, the running back. And he had the presence of mind to punch the ball out. As Rodney says, it completely flipped the game.
That was an emotional. That was an emotional moment right there. That, like I said, I think it changed.
And all of a sudden, the stadium, the energy,
and then they woke up. Like
the energy in the building. Yeah,
we can do this. We can do this.
Wow, that was a great play. That's how you become an All-Pro. That's how you become a legend. It was Randy's right. He just texted again in the chat. He said it was a textbook punch out. I mean, when you see the play, this guy punched the ball out. Dolphins recovered in the end zone instead of being down 24-7 because 2 plays later, Tua hooked up with Tyreek Hill, and boom, we got a ball game.
Exactly.
Just like that.
We were right back in it. Because it was, like I said, it was a slow start, and it was like we just kind of couldn't quite put it together. We couldn't quite put it together, and then when that play happened, it was like the light came on. That, like I said, yes, we can win. We can go out here and win this. Let's do this.
Wow, great play, and then Jason Sanders, of course, redeemed himself.
Yeah, he did. He made me nervous because I was like, when he missed the other one that was shorter. What was it, like 42 yards or something like that? He missed a 42-yard field goal earlier. So when it came to this one, okay, you tacked it on 5 more yards. I'm just a little bit nervous. Not to say that he hadn't done it before, but you just, early in the game, we seen what you did. So I'm gonna need this one. Soldiers. I'm gonna need this one. And he's got my name, Jenny Jason Jones. He's Jason Saunders. He got my name, so I'm gonna need for you to come correct. And he did.
I mean, the Dolphins, of course, number 1 in the NFL in offense a year ago. I expected the same old, high-flying offense, high-octane offense. Tua finished with 336 on 23 of 37 passing, 336 yards, and the touchdown to Tyreek. But both Jalen and Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill both finished with over 100 yards.
Over 100 yards, yeah. But Hill had 130 and Waddle had 108. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we were expecting. That's what we were wanting. That's what we were expecting. But you remember, I did tell you that Jacksonville was sneaky and that they was going to come up on them. I wasn't expecting such a low-scoring affair, but I did tell you that Jacksonville has their moments, and they were having one yesterday, right up until that TD saving play.
Yeah,
it was almost like they were having their way with the Dolphins.
Shoot, some idiot last week predicted that the Dolphins would blow Jacksonville out of the water.
Who's that idiot? Wait a minute, what's his name? What's his name?
Somebody said it would be 34-14 Dolphins. So, but, you can't listen to these people.
Oh my goodness. I like it when folks can admit when they wrong. When they were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong on that one. I didn't. I mean, I was impressed with Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence looked really good yesterday.
I don't even remember what was my score. I know I predicted it was going to be closer. I predicted it was going to be a closer game, and I couldn't remember what my.
Yeah, you predicted like 30-21. I mean, we were both off, but I thought the Dolphins were just going to run up and down the field. It took them, I think, the play by Holland. It was like you put a new battery in this team, and then all of a sudden they're just electric. Like the Dolphins scare people, man. Tyreek Hill.
Rodney in the chat agrees with me. He said, "Yeah, the Jag they have a good team. They're up and coming for sure, and they've been putting it together like a good string of wins. So that's why I said that they were going to be dangerous, and that's why I said it wasn't going to be a blowout like you said. I figured the Dolphins would win, and they did, but we were both off on by how much. We were both off by the discrepancy of how much we thought they were going to be winning by.
Yeah, quick turnaround for the Dolphins this week. Thursday, they host the Buffalo Bills, who also had to come back at home against the Arizona Cardinals yesterday. And it's just a 5-day turnaround. Yep. We got another game, a key game in the AFC East, tiebreaker implications, as you said. Yep. Buffalo has won the last four AFC East titles. Josh Allen is Superman. Showed it again yesterday. And he is 11-2 against the Dolphins? 11-2?
Yeah.
11-2?
Since coming into the league in 2018, yeah.
Wow. That's domination. That's domination. Buffalo beat Arizona yesterday in a great game, 34-28. And Josh Allen just looked amazing yesterday. Looked amazing. He played the hero role. He's one of those quarterbacks that can almost single-handedly bring you back in the game. The Dolphins are going to have to bring their A game on Thursday. They may not.
None of that waiting 3 quarters. We can't afford to wait 3 quarters. We got to come out gangbusters. First play, first quarter, we got to come out gangbusters. And, because we can't afford to fall behind because they're just as high powered with their offense as well. Josh Allen is their playmaker. He's the playmaker for them. And, we got to come strong from start to finish.
Yeah, man. So I noticed you didn't ask me about my Raiders.
You know what? You were kind of already in a mood, with all this Tyreek Hill thing. I didn't want to beat you. I didn't want to beat a black man whilst he was down. I didn't want to kick you while you were down.
Raiders, man. I didn't watch the game again. I was hanging out with Dolphin fans because they were happy, and I was like, you know what? I got this superstition thing. Everybody does it. I'm not going to watch the game because I don't want to jinx us. But right after the game, I saw the score, and the Raiders had me like,
what the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
Fuck!
And I noticed you don't have your Raiders gear on today either. Are you too ashamed? Are you too ashamed to represent, or what? What's up with that?
I'm thinking about my Raiders, man, but I'm sticking by my Raiders. I'm sticking with my team. I'm sticking with my coach. Just a bad day for the Raiders.
Well,
day for the Dolphins.
And a company, so my Falcons didn't do so bad. They didn't do so good yesterday either. So
who?
My Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, they lost too.
Atlanta Falcons can never ever say anything to nobody. Nobody. You know why? 28-3. 28-3.
You know what? Don't live in the past.
28-3.
Don't live in the past.
A day that will live in infamy. 28 to
Don't,
3.
don't live in the past.
28 to 3, Jenny
Can't
Jones.
keep living there. Otherwise, I'm
I
gonna be.
gotta live with that shit forever.
No, I can't keep living there. Otherwise, I'll be depressed. I can't.
28 to 3. Oh my God. In the Super Bowl of all games.
Yeah, I
No, no.
can't.
I'm sorry, but I did not get to hear Tom Brady's debut. I think he did the Raider game.
Oh, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
We've got some breaking news. Give me 2 seconds here. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Okay.
The South Florida Police Benevolent Association put out a statement.
Really?
Yeah. And I'll read it, and then I'll kind of find a stopping point. But I'll start it out. Before the Dolphins game yesterday, an incident occurred where TYREEK Hill was placed in handcuffs before being released. First, to be clear, at no time was he ever under arrest. He was briefly detained for officer safety after driving in a manner which he was putting himself and others in great risk of danger. Upon being stopped, Mr. Hill was not immediately cooperative with the officers on scene, who, pursuant to policy and for their immediate safety, placed Mr. Hill in handcuffs. Mr. Hill, still uncooperative, refused to sit on the ground and was therefore redirected to the ground. Once the situation was sorted out within a few minutes, Mr. Hill was issued 2 traffic citations and was free to leave. And I can continue reading if you want to hear the rest. We would like to stress to the community to use this situation as an opportunity to remember that it is always best to obey lawful police commands first and complain later. We have worked hard across all communities to bridge the gap between what people believe law enforcement should and can do, and will continue to do, and will continue to do so in this, and will continue to do so. In this case, while we wait for the investigation to run its course, based on what we know, we stand with the actions of our officers, but look forward to further open communications moving forward. That's not the end, but I think that's good enough to say. Basically, the Police Benevolent Association is coming out, and of course, that's what they do, is they back their officers. Unless it's just like really, really down and dirty that we need to disassociate ourselves with that officer. Basically, that's what they do. The Police Benevolent Association, that's what they do, back their officers, because that's the reason for their being, is supporting their officers, trying to make sure that they get good pay, get the promotions and other different things and benefits that they work hard for. So yeah, that's the latest. Any thoughts or comments on that?
I call bullshit. I know what I saw. I know what I've heard. Javon Holland's reaction. Like, this has to change. The narrative has to change. The look of it.
CYA.
They're trying to explain. See what had happened was.
What had happened was.
Yeah, no, man. Nah, man. Nah, fuck that.
But like I said, CYA. We know what that means. Cover yours.
Yeah.
Cover yours. So
I'm buying it.
Until the video comes out, to me, that statement might have been a little premature, even though, yes, I know that's what your job is, to support your officers, but we need to see the video, because I initially, when the first video that we seen came out on social media, was where they had the car stopped and they knocked on the window and they said, roll the window down. And he rolled the window down, a little bit. And then there was some some back and forth. couldn't really hear what was said. And then he said, matter of fact, you know what, just get out the car. So
Well, we'll hear more. We'll hear more.
we'll hear more and we'll see more. And
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the video because what's that old saying? My name is Missouri. You need to show me. I'm
Yeah.
waiting to see the video. So you're going to have to show me what he did that justified what you did.
All right. Are you watching the Jeff Fox show with me? Of course, your host, Jeff Fox, and Jenny Jones. We got a lot of stuff we did not get to today. We're just doing a 1 hour show right now. And we've come upon the end of that hour. But before we get out of here, let's do a little rapid fire response to these things that we did miss on. I predicted a week ago that your Miami Hurricanes would be a top 10 team this week.
And they are.
In FAMU. Congrats to the Canes. Congrats, Miami Hurricanes. The Canes cracked the top 10 for the first time since December the 6th, 2020, when Miami checked in at number 9. This week, they are number 10 in the AP Top 25. How about that?
I think that deserves a round of applause, even though we know they were expected to beat FAMU, but that's okay. Break out the applause.
Yeah, man. That's great performance for your Canes. They're back at it this Saturday, taking on Ball State at The Rock. The 3:30 kickoff on the ACC network. I'm very happy about the Canes. And, man, that quarterback, Cam Ward, man, he's special. He's special. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, your thoughts on Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl. I've heard mixed reactions.
Well, I've heard some wanted Lil Wayne because, he's a New Orleans native. And for me, I'm not a hip hop kind of girl. I'm an R&B. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But power to the people. I like to see my Black brothers and sisters get an opportunity on the grand stage. So I've heard good things about his music. I was listening.
Kendrick Lamar, he's good.
I've heard nothing but great things about his, and how talented he is. And I listened to one of his songs, "Not Like Us," last night on my way home from work, and I like his flow. Now some of the wording's a little hard on the ears, on these virgin ears, but I'm like I said, happy to see my Black brothers and sisters getting an opportunity on the big stage. So power to the people, power to the people.
Speaking of getting an opportunity, how about Dak Prescott's 4-year, $240 million extension, the highest paid player in NFL history?
And ain't this like Jerry Jones gonna steal the highlight, basically coming out a few hours before the game with his contract extension? That's a Jerry Jones move. I told you he's an ultimate hype man. Ultimate hype man.
Damn. That's a great job, Jerry Jones. Congrats to Dak, man. Get the bag.
Okay. Can't be, like you said, if you can command it, then get it.
I mean, yesterday's Dolphin game, you saw a couple of guys, both well over 50 million, Trevor Lawrence and Tua. So the market is the market, man. The market is the market.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And you remember what I said about, the highest paid player in the NFL. Can we just say the highest paid player for right now? Because I promise you, it's like every week somebody else is coming out with, it's the highest paid player in the NFL, in NFL history.
Wow.
History has been constantly changing from day to day, week to week.
Yeah.
With this. So it's kind of taking something away from the highest paid player in history. It's taking something away from it, especially when, like I said, it changes from day to day, minute to minute.
Yeah, but they keep getting the bag, man. Like I'm
Oh,
happy
I'd be
for
mad
him, man.
at if he want to break his sister off with some of that bag, I wouldn't be mad either. But yeah, can't be mad at it. If you can command it, then get it.
60 million a
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Dak, you gotta win you gotta win the chip, bro.
Well, in that same spirit, Tua got to win that chip.
Yeah. I mean they all do, but great games over the weekend, man. We didn't get to recap for you for obvious reasons, the entire schedule, but um I'll point out my donkey or my lane ball of the week would be Deshaun Watson from Cleveland, who went to bed against the Dallas Cowboys. He looks terrible.
But didn't I tell you
He looks
there was no expectations anyway when you come out in public and say, well, we're not expected to do well. We're not predicting to do well. If you're going to go into the game with a defeatist attitude, are you even going to try?
yeah.
Because he already got his bag.
And Cleveland gave him the farm.
Yeah.
They gave him everything, and
They already gave it to him. So
wow,
he
man.
needs a new incentive on what, to go out there and work for it because he knows he's playing for one of the worst teams.
Yeah.
But he needs to find some incentive, and he needs to find that within himself to go out there and play hard and, put the team on your back. Put the team on your back. That's what great QBs do. They put their team on their back and inspire them and come on, make them believe in themselves that we can do this.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Wow, man. Good morning, Tangela Sears. If I did not say that to you already, I'm saying it to you now. Great friend of the show, and she's been watching. I also wanted to say tonight you got the Jets, the return of Aaron Rodgers, 49ers. A lot of people picking them to go all the way to the Super Bowl.
What,
Your thoughts on tonight?
The 49ers or the Jets? Who's picking?
Well, I'm asking you who you got tonight, 49ers or the Jets. Most folks think San Fran is a sure team to get in in fact, they're the number one team.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the 49ers. They're the safe bet. But Aaron Rodgers, he's got something to prove, and he's gonna come out and be Aaron Rodgers. He's
You think he still got it?
Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, they just have that I don't know, they just have that it factor that they can just make plays that the average quarterback can't make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You can't explain it. You can't put your finger on it. They just have that some kind of it factor that they can just do the impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Aaron do it in a while. Patrick Mahomes has chips and MVPs, Super Bowl MVPs. Aaron Rodgers just has regular season MVP. So you got to show me Aaron Rodgers. We'll see tonight, Monday night.
Like I said, I think he's going to bring his A game, and we would definitely be remiss if we didn't talk a little WNBA. And Angel Reese hurt her wrist. She had a season-ending wrist injury.
I love Angel Reese, but I don't care. I mean, the Chicago Sky ain't going nowhere. They're not going nowhere.
You know what? You need to support your
I support my sisters.
That's what I'm support your black sisters, like the black sisters support the black men. So come on and give it to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an Angel Reese fan.
Don't be stingy.
No, I'm saying I'm an Angel Reese fan, but the Sky are irrelevant. They are. They're not going to win. They got a great player named Kennedy Carter who needs more people talking about her. However you say it, Kennedy Carter or whatever. But she can ball. She had 20 points last night. Angel Reese had a great rookie season. I'm not trying to crap on her. She set kinds of records.
I'm not trying to crap on her, but I'm crapping on her at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Just say I'm sorry. Say I'm sorry, co-host.
I'm sorry, co-host.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear.
I probably shouldn't have said I don't care because I do care, but I don't know who's going to win the WNBA championship. I have no idea. By the way, did you see Travis Kelce and some chick at the U.S. Open?
Oh, I heard about it, but I'm so over it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm so over it. I am not like a Swiftie.
Me neither. I don't know what she sings.
I couldn't even tell you what she sings. I mean, I know maybe part of one lyric, shake it off or something like that. I'm shaking that off because it's too much. It's too much.
Travis,
with the relationship contract that supposedly got leaked. Whatever. I'm more interested in my.
It was lean though. Mahomes was there as well at the U.S. Open yesterday. I mean, you get a Thursday game, you can do what you want on the weekend. I guess.
I guess so.
They were clean, man. They look like new money.
Well, they got the money, so
yeah.
New money, old money, they got it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, we got things to do. People to see, money to get. Speaking of it, that's gonna wrap it up for us here on the show today. I was a little late in putting the notes together, but we pulled it off, Jenny Jones, thanks to you and your heroics. So thanks to you.
You got my back.
I was drinking too many Tito shots yesterday. We're doing shots every hour after the Dolphin game, and it caught up.
Trying to hang out like you grown.
Yeah. I got that was not a good idea. It was not a good idea. But that's gonna wrap it up for us today, folks. We'll join you again on the same streaming network. Remember, the Jeff Fox Show is powered by Remix Sports Media. And if you want to get at us, make sure you hit us up at remixsportsmedia@gmail.com. Jenny Jones, I bid you adieu.
And thanks for everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Invite some friends with you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed you guys.
No doubt. See ya.
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.